A little bit to my face. So that is how it is right here. Yeah. As you guys see that? It's slightly cold, yeah, I must say, yeah. But today has been exceptionally beautiful, kind of sunny. And this beautiful part of town. Yeah, that is how it is. And what else have I got to say? There's something very important which I think we need to discuss as the diaspora. Because I'm from the diaspora, and I think that it's very important that Africans, people of African descent, stick together. Whether you're from the Caribbean, whether you're from UK, it doesn't matter where you're from as long as you identify yourself as black. You have that African origin. It's very important to identify yourself with your people. Why I'm saying this is because most of the time, you walk past a fellow guy, and he will just look at you like some dumb sheep or something, like a dump, I must say. No greetings, nothing. You will just pass and just be staring at you as if you were some object. It's really bad, I must say, really, really bad. If you see your brother, your sister, just say hi. It's as simple as that. As ABC. It doesn't take you a thing. I know most of us have problems. Sometimes we get completely carried away, but it's really important when you see somebody of your kind. Just say hi. It's a beautiful thing. Rather than just see them and then you just pass as if you haven't noticed anything. Especially most of those guys who are like, hanging around with white girls. You see, when you see them, some of them moving with their white girls, they see you passing, they don't even, give a damn. It's as if you don't exist. You just see them passing, be bragging about nonsense. Very important when you see a brother, say hi. Of course, not all of them. I've come across many guys, like, I know those ones are really conscious guys. They see you pass, it doesn't matter who they're with, white or black, simple as that. It's really, really important. And some of us, I don't know what kind of upbringing we had back home, so they have this kind of low self-esteem, and coming to a place like this where there is discrimination and all this kind of vices, segregation, it's tend to sort of want to squeeze them, to not believing in who they are, so they kind of look down on themselves. And that affects how they relate with other people around them, yeah, including their fellow African brothers. So being conscious, being woken, sort of emancipating yourself from that mental slavery, it's really important to us Africans. So when you see a brother, just hi. You see a sister, hi. It doesn't take you anything. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't take away your pride, doesn't take away the person that you are. Just hi. Sometimes you don't have to wait for them to say, to do the first hi. Just hello, good morning, hey, salut, or bonjour. Identify us as a people, one people, with similar, similar problems, yeah. People of like mind, we identify ourselves with similar issues. So when you see a fellow brother or sister, just, it's a beautiful thing. That identifies, it sort of fortifies us, it tells you how we are one big family of black people in the diaspora. It doesn't matter where you're from, Haiti, doesn't matter where you're from, Jamaica, Colombia, from Brazil. It doesn't matter where you're from. Are you from Europe, from the US? It's very important that we keep that bond, strict, tight, because at the end of the day, we are one. When the Europeans came to Africa many years back, they came with a mission to divide and rule. Divide them and you will rule over them. Divide them, break them into pieces. Destroy their culture, destroy their history. Take away their religion. So we can succeed in penetrating and conquering and plundering these people. They had no regard for the black people, as you can see back in the slave era. They had no regard for our people. See, this very day, the British government hasn't accounted, hasn't apologized for the crime committed. The French government hasn't done that. Till today, they are still trying by all means to manipulate the African people, the African government of the day, you know, all with one mission: to plunder, to subdue Africans, to leave us in that perpetual state of poverty, you know, where we would always depend on them as the colonial masters. You know what I'm saying? And that is why we need to kick them out of Africa this time around, you know, and emancipate ourselves and unite as one African people, you know, and try to solve our own problem our own way. We don't need the West at the end of the day, because just African countries coming together is enough. Trading amongst each other, you know, it's enough for us to build a very strong, powerful economy. We come from a big continent, you know, and we have everything, all that it takes. We have our young people, brothers and sisters in the diaspora, well educated. Scientists, doctors, you name them, engineers. You know what we need to do is to build a better Africa so these guys can come back and build it. Forget about the technology, they all have it, right? You know, between the fingertips. They are the one doing them for bigger companies like Volvo, you know, Facebook, you can name them. You know, big car companies, Toyota. Why can't we make it in Africa? So they have one mission: to destabilize Africa as much as possible. Civil wars, hunger, and all sort of horrible things. So these diasporas will leave the UK, will leave the US to come back home. Of course, we are the younger generation. We are conscious. So we know this is how things roll. So why don't we flip it over and tell ourselves, hey, it's time for that to stop. And that can only stop by simple things, you know, by applying simple things as greetings, you know, taking all those things into consideration. It's only then that you see that we are all woke, conscious, united people against our, you know, adversaries. Forge forward to building strong, united, powerful, and proud African. Thank you very much for watching, and if you're new to my channel, do well to subscribe, you know, and of course comment, let me know your opinion. What do you think about this idea? Is it true? Has it happened to you before? You pass by and you see a brother or sister, they don't say nothing to you, you know. It's really important, especially for most of us living in a foreign land. We need each other like never before, you know. Otherwise, let me take you guys around so you can see how autumn looks like for our brothers back in, you know, the southern hemisphere. We don't know what autumn looks like, you know. So let's take a walk a little bit around. It's really beautiful, I must say. Yeah. Yeah, today has been exceptionally beautiful. The leaves falling. Yeah, I used to live around here before, you know, like some few years back. So I'm on my way to pick my kids from school. I decided to take a walk. Feel good. Freshen myself. Oh yeah, refresh myself. Yeah. Yeah, there's a school right here. You know, it's like a kindergarten. Yeah. This is what we need to see in Africa. We need to get our people educated. We need to get them empowered. We need to build our nation, our beautiful Africa. We can make it. Don't let them tell you you can make it. Don't look down on yourself. Let's kick off this corrupt government, these corrupt regimes that are keeping things at their present state, their present status quo. Let's bring in fresh guys with brand new ideas. Let's rebuild Africa, united Africa. Like Kwame Nkrumah said, that together we stand, and who can go against us? You know, we can't keep living in a foreign land and believe everything is good. We need to go back home and rebuild Africa in our own little way. So for us to do that, of course, we need a functional society, you know, where security is prime, good infrastructures. And for us to get all that, we need a good government to run things for us. So Yeah, this is a church. This is like yeah, a shopping mall as well, where you can shop for yourself. So guys, I think you've seen a little bit of it. You know, what I love about this place is that they don't joke with the forest. You know, they try to keep those trees in place, which is really beautiful. In Africa, we have all that. Why do we cut down trees? Trees are there to protect us. Without trees, we wouldn't live. So why do we cut them down? Let's keep them. They beautify the area. So without much ado, guys, stay tuned for my next video. Subscribe, and off I go. Bye. Yeah.